My memory isn't so great, but I don't think I've spoken about this before, or maybe I've touched on it somewhere. So, as a youth, I did have a couple of juvenile delinquency phases. I guess the first one would have been when I was no older than 10. I would hang around with a couple of kids, local kids, who, like me, were just getting that first taste of freedom away from our parents. And we used to do plenty of stupid shit, pissing about on the old 50cc motorbikes, playing knock and run, scrumping for apples. A long time ago, before the internet, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Well, our little criminal rampages came to an end when we decided it would be a good idea to drop a tin bath off of a bridge near to the home of a guy we'd taken a dislike to for some reason. And this tin bath, it landed pretty much on his driveway, and this guy comes storming out of his front door. He sees the three of us stood up on the bridge, mouths hanging wide open. We know he's coming for us, so we try to leg it away. We manage to hide in a wooded area for maybe 20 minutes, and then, rather stupidly, thinking that we'd got away with our big-brained misdeed, we head towards my friend's house on the open road. Wouldn't you know it, within a couple of minutes, a cop car pulls up on us, two officers get out, and we're just frozen in terror at that point. All three of us are loaded in the back of the paddy wagon, and it's off to the station. Scary experience the first time. My parents were massively unimpressed, and I was grounded for the remainder of the summer of '91. After this, I think I calmed down for a while. Joined a local football team, Moira United. Man, were we shit, but it was fun, and that's the point. For the first couple of years of high school, I was kind of in my own shell. I was a fairly shy kid on the whole. I kept my head down for the most part until I was maybe 13. Then I hit my main rebellious phase, started smoking pot, drinking a little, skipping class, trying to start fights, talking back to my teachers, being a little shit in general. Eventually my form teacher, he's had enough of me, so he decides to send me to a different form on the other side of the building. Almost immediately I hook up with the troublemakers in this new class. We become mates, and I start hanging out with them after school. I end up becoming buddies with these two fellow dickheads, rebels without a clue, in a village one over from mine, a little place called Donisthorpe. Cycles of stupidity carry on night after night, drinking, throwing rocks through greenhouses, stealing shit out of gardens and off people's doorsteps. These misadventures are soon brought to an end when the three of us, it's three of us again, we on a whim one evening thought it would be a great idea to break into the local church hall and set off all the fire extinguishers and make a lot of unnecessary noise. Now, we know full well that the mother of one of the girls we used to hang around, she lived next door to this place, and we were aware that she didn't care for us very much. This woman, she saw us going in through the window, she called the cops, and of course, when we walk outside, the boys in blue are waiting for us. back to the station, the same one I'd been in a couple of years before, and on this occasion I get an official caution. I had to be interviewed, fingerprinted. I recall the senior copper trying to put the frighteners on me, like, if I see you again, lad, bad things are gonna happen. I did see him again, but not because I got in trouble with the cops. That was the abrupt end of my juvenile delinquency period. I saw this copper again though 6 months later, as he was investigating a robbery at the post office across the road from my old house. And he comes snooping around with a couple of his colleagues around our garden and around the hedges, maybe thinking the weapon from this robbery had been tossed as the guy was doing a runner. I'm not sure if they ever caught him. But yeah, the only other police incident I had was in my adult life, being slapped on the wrist for possession of cannabis, which to me is dumb. Dumb that pot's illegal in the first place in the UK and elsewhere. But yeah, anyway, if you'd like to share your run-ins with the old Bill, if you've had any, feel free to do so in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. And a somewhat belated Happy New Year to you all. Peace.